Sally Casanova Pre-Doctoral Scholarship. Jose has presented his research at the American Society of Criminology Conference in San Francisco, Western Society of Criminology Conference in Phoenix, and at the CSUN Research and Creative Work Symposium. He recently published his article, Masculinity in Salvadorian Gangs, The Normalization of Violence, in the Central American Studies student journal, La Ciaba. Jose has also spent time mentoring youth through his involvement with the Hispanic Scholarship Fund's Youth Leadership Institute and participated in the 17th Annual Raza Youth Conference at CSUN, as well as the 5th Annual Youth Latino Summit at Panorama High School. Jose was accepted into the PhD program in Crime, Law, and Society at the University of California, Irvine, and begins his studies there this fall. Let's give him a round of applause.
Woo!
Good evening. I'm a little bit nervous. But good evening, parents, faculty, staff, and class of 2015 graduates. Let's give them a round of applause. One more time for the graduating class. It is a privilege and an honor to speak in front of such a great crowd. I was asked by the sociology department to speak on how we all share a story of hope and determination, a story of faith and sacrifice. In this auditorium and in the stage, I see the faces of students that overcame struggles and barriers to get to this point, like myself. Students that had to work more than 2 jobs, pull all-nighters, and even for some care for their own children. This audience represents students from different nationalities and religions and beliefs. This being said, I would like to share my story. I am the son of Salvadoran immigrants. I often wonder about the factors that caused my parents and the rest of the Salvadoran community to migrate to the United States. As a college student, I learned about the reasons why they fled in such a violent civil war, which led to their arrival to the United States in 1986. My mother recalls seeing corpses on their way to work and school. My father recalls having bullets flying over his head as he worked in the coffee plantations. I often meditate on how privileged I was to live in such a great country, where I did not have to experience this violence and oppression. But to reach this country, my parents had to make a decision to sacrifice their lives to get here. Although my parents found it challenging to support me academically and financially, their sacrifices and efforts have motivated me to continue my educational goals. 4 years ago, I applied to Cal State Northridge after having a difficult time in high school. I was considered an at-risk student who had confrontations with teachers and the school police. But a teacher, Ms. Ali, intervened and asked me if I was ready to change my life. She helped me apply to Cal State Northridge, and I remember she cried the moment I clicked the intent to register button, and especially the moment I crossed that stage. As many of you, I was scared and worried when I began at CSUN, but I was determined to finish. I was placed in remedial math and English classes. As many freshmen, I was scared of failing and going back to the real world without a degree and struggling to find a job. I started noticing many of my classmates began to drop out, but I kept moving forward. To reach this point, as many of you, I lost friends along the way, and I had to sacrifice family and friend parties because I had to finish a term paper study for the next sociology exam. But it was all worth it, as we have finally made it to the finish line. For some, this is only the beginning. While attending Cal State Northridge, I found myself lost and in need of a mentor, and that's when I met Dr. Vicki Jensen from the Department of Sociology. Dr. Jensen motivated me to apply to graduate programs and several fellowships. She has been my faculty member ever since, and I do not know if I would have made it this far without her mentorship. Thank you, Dr. Jensen. Thank you. As a CSUN student, I received support from the department and the Central American Studies Department and mentorship from faculty like Dr. Jensen. I had numerous research opportunities and received funding to present at different conferences. In addition, as they mentioned, I was able to publish my first article titled Masculinity in Salvadoran Gangs, The Normalization of Violence. And I'm the first person in my family to be accepted into a doctoral program and the second to graduate from Cal State Northridge. I was recently accepted, as I mentioned, to the PhD program in Criminology, Law, and Society from the University of California, Irvine. With this doctoral degree, I would like to teach as a professor in one of the California State University campuses And the benefit of teaching in one of these universities is the ability to mentor and serve a diverse student population. I would like to conclude by saying, don't ever give up on your goals and dreams. If you have the drive and motivation, you can do it. I never thought I would reach this point, but I put my trust in God and I made it. I would like to thank God, most importantly, Mom, Dad, my brothers, my girlfriend, fellow classmates, faculty, and constant motivation for making my dreams come true. Thank you, Mrs. Abay.